Welcome one and all inside the GCU softball stadium here in Phoenix, Arizona for this Sunday softball matchup between the UNLV Rebels and your GCU Lopes. I'm Dominic Hinton, joined today by Montana Lambden. And we are getting things started here with Brianna Aguilar on the mount, getting the start for the Lopes today. She's off to an early good start here, going 1-1. The ball and a strike to the UNLV batter. Leading off, that's Justine Fedier. As the 1-1 pitch from Aguilar. It's in there for a strike. And Montana, we've seen a lot of the Lopes this season. Still an early season, not the start that they wanted for Coach Pearson's squad, 5-19. What have you seen so far on the season, and what are we expecting to see out of UNLV today?
Well, UNLV is a strong team, 4-0 on the weekend. They defeated the Lopes on Friday evening. They are 20-5 overall, winning 18 of their last 20 after starting the season 2-3. So Rebels definitely very strong competitor. The Lopes looking to really step things up to close out the tournament today, looking for a win as they're going to head to another tournament after this afternoon's matchup.
So the Lopes looking to get something rolling here. Top of the first inning, as that's going to be a strikeout. And that's how Brianna Aguilar starts the Sunday morning. The one-out strikeout, getting the first batter. As digging in now is Maddie Schmidt, the left fielder for the Rebels. One out, no runners on here in the top of the first. Again, if you're just joining us here, we are here at GCU Softball Stadium. We got UNLV, the Rebels. First, the Lopes of Grand Canyon University is the first pitch to Schmidt, is in there for a strike.
Well, Brianna Aguilar is the senior out of Tucson, Arizona. Last season, she earned all WAC second team honors, along with pitcher of the week last year towards the end of the season on May 6th.
That one is slapped foul. Count goes to 1-1. Aguilar started out the season with an injury, but came back, made her first appearance in the circle last week at the Judy Garvin Classic, throwing 3 2/3 of an inning of relief. Got a couple strikeouts, only gave up 4 hits, so the Lopes really happy to have Aguilar back in rotation.
And not only the Lopes happy, but Coach Pearson definitely happy as she has one of her leaders back on the mound for her team. She loves the energy that Brianna Aguilar brings.
Absolutely. The veteran ace for the Lopes last season. Led the WAC in conference play in ERA, as we mentioned, with a .70 ERA. Finished 5th in opposing average. Batty only had .234 against her. So good to see her back up and pitching well for the Lopes. She's ahead in the count here against Schmidt, 1-2. Again, 1 out, no runners on here in the top of the first. As that one is shot to third. But Fiffield had it, threw it to first. Let's take a look at the defense here. 2 outs in the bottom of the first for the Lopes. We've got Kaylee Holland behind the dish. Brianna Aguilar in the circle, starting at pitcher. Kaylee Dietrich at first. Lorianne Olson at second. Haley Fifield at shortstop. Savannah Torfield at third base. Jaden Reed in left. Gianna Nicoletti and Mickey Corvaruvio manning the outfield for the Lopes. As we have one base runner on now. After that hit by pitch there. Digging in for UNLV now is the right-handed hitting sophomore, number 23, Denise Armendariz. the designated player for UNLV. So 0-1 to Armendariz. First pitch, or second pitch, excuse me, outside. Count goes to 1-1, runner on first.
Armendariz is the sophomore out of Riverside, California. She played in 45 of 50 games, 24 of those started last season, hitting a 300 average. She tallied 29 hits, 5 doubles, 5 home runs, and 12 runs scored, 20 RBIs last season, so definitely a strong hitter.
Hitting in the cleanup position as she grounds that one to Olson, throws to first to Diedrich, and that's going to do it. So we're through the top half of the first inning.
No hits, no errors, one runner left on base.
One runner left on base, no hits. Brianna Aguilar off to a good start for the Lopes. Don't go anywhere. We've got much more here on GCU TV.
Playing center field, number 24, Gianna Nicoletti. Batting second, playing third base, number 26.
Well, it's time for the upcoming schedule brought to you by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Softball will kick off the GCU Invitational on Wednesday with their first game at 5 p.m. against South Dakota. Then they'll take on Lay at 7 p.m. that night. Friday will be another exciting matchup for the Lopes. They're facing Ohio State at 5:30 p.m. You can be sure to catch all of those games as always right here on GCU TV. So lots more softball coming up after a softball-filled weekend.
Absolutely, a lot of good teams come to travel. Ohio State.
Good competition. Really getting the Lopes prepared for conference play, which will kick off after this GCU Invitational that will happen later on this week.
So as we mentioned, the Lopes hoping to get something started before conference play.
Yeah, conference play is right around the corner.
And before we get to the start of this bottom of the first inning, let's go through the batting order for GCU. Starting lineup, leading off is Gianna Nicoletti. Following her, Savannah Torville, Lily Bishop, Kristen Fifield, Kaylee Holland, Lorianne Olson hitting 6th, Mickey Covaruvio in the 7th spot, Jaden Reed in the 8th spot, and Kaylee Dietrich batting 9th. Again, starting pitcher Brianna Aguilar. As Gianna Nicoletti digging in. The first pitch to her was in there for a strike, so count 0-1 already to Nicoletti. Second one slapped foul the other way. So 0-2 quickly here to Nicoletti. Nicoletti quickly putting together a nice sophomore campaign so far.
Yeah, and GCU has recently made some adjustments to their batting order. Gianna Nicoletti moved to the leadoff position, not where she normally is, and junior first baseman Lily Bishop found her home in the 2-hole. They're definitely a dynamic duo, being at the top of the order together, combining for 16 hits, 6 runs, and 6 RBIs last weekend.
As that one is chopped right to the second baseman, who will throw it on to first base, and that'll be it for the first out of this bottom of the first inning. So Gianna Nicoletti grounds out. That's going to bring up third baseman, the right-handed hitting Savannah Torville. Torville moving up to that second spot in the lineup. Kind of shifting things around along with Gianna Nicoletti, as mentioned before. Second pitch to her. Umpire's going to say she went around, so quickly 0-2 now to Torville.
Well, Brianna Burke is the senior out of Idaho. Last season, she had her best all-around year in the circle for the Rebels, going 7-6, pitching a career high of 94 innings.
As that one's on the ground to second base once again. So a little bit of a back-to-back groundouts there for the starting pitcher for the Rebels, Brianna Burke. She is 4-0, the ace for the Rebels. So quickly 2 outs now. And that's going to bring up Lily Bishop. Designated player position, the right-handed hitting junior. Usually sees most of her time at first base. First pitch to her is inside for a strike. Painted the quarter nicely, did Burke. So 0-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Burke gets the sign, comes to pitch. That one outside, count goes to 1-1. Lily Bishop played catcher last night in the loss against the University of Montana Grizzlies. Went 1 for 3 as that one is chopped to the third baseman. She's going to throw across the diamond in time. So 3 up, 3 down for Brianna Burke and the Rebels. We're through 1. GCU leaves no runners stranded. We're tied at 0-0 still. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more softball coming for you right here on GCU TV.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders, you're giving them the tools they need to succeed.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
And welcome back here inside the GCU softball stadium on GCU's campus here in the beautiful sunny Phoenix, Arizona on this Sunday morning. We're through 1 inning, starting the top of the second here. With no outs, no runners on. Score still 0-0. Good first inning for both starting pitchers, Brianna Aguilar and Brianna Burke. Aguilar getting ready to start her second inning of work here.
And this is just her second start of the season after being injured most of the season. She was named on the preseason All-WAC team, also with Den Hart. So looking to make her comeback. Really happy to have her back on the mound for the Lopes.
And that pitch is inside. Gets the batter to go around. Count's going to go to 1-1. Batting for the Rebels is number 24, the right-handed hitting junior, Samantha Diaz. She's at shortstop today. She hits that one. Going to be a little blooper that's going to get right into the gap. Gianna Nicoletti has it. She brings it in. So that's going to be a leadoff single for Samantha Diaz.
Number 20, Lauren Tixon.
And that's going to bring up center fielder Lauren Tixon, the senior, commanding that outfield for the Rebels.
Lauren with a .296 average.
She's also got a couple doubles on the year, a couple triples. 8 RBIs. As she bunts that one, Aguilar's got it. She's going to throw to first base. And that's in time for out number 1, but not before the runner moves over. So Diaz is going to go to second base. Tixon with a nice sacrifice bunt there. We've got 1 out here in the top of the second. Runner on second.
Lauren Barker.
And that's going to bring up number 20, Lauren Barker, right-handed hitting sophomore. The third baseman for the Rebels. Lauren Barker's hitting .250, 629 OPS. As that first pitch to her is in there for a strike. Brianna Aguilar pitching now with her first runner in scoring position. First runner in scoring position for both teams so far in this early game as the pitch to her is on the ground to second, going to go to first. It's good enough for out number 2. So we got 2 outs and a runner at third here. Nice, comfortable position for Aguilar to pitch in.
Right fielder, number 13.
Yeah, definitely love to see the team backing Aguilar up.
Absolutely, Aguilar throwing some good pitches, allowing her defense to do the work. That's going to bring up the 8-hitter as that pitch is up for a ball. The left-handed hitting sophomore, Stacia Cermak, the right fielder, getting the start today. And the second pitch to her is swung on and missed. Good pitch there by Aguilar. Blown away, got her to chase. Count goes to 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on third base. Aguilar with the pitch. That one slapped foul the other way. So Aguilar up in the count now, 1-2. Looking to send Cermak to the bench and let the Lopes offense do some hitting, do up. We've got for the Lopes, Kristen Fifield, Kaylee Holland, and Lorianne Olson are all going to get their first at-bats. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. And that pitch swung on and fouled. Holland's got it. Count still 1-2 with a runner on third. Here in the top of the second. A little different infield than we're used to seeing here for the Lopes. Torville at third. Dietrich at first instead of Lily Bishop, who's in the designated player position. Fifield at short and Lorianne Olson, as usual, at second base. The 1-2 pitch, that one swung on, fouled back. So Cermak continuing to battle here against Brianna Aguilar.
Definitely working the count.
Aguilar digs in. The 1-2 pitch outside. Count goes to 2-2. Mentioned Aguilar getting her start last weekend in Fullerton. GCU in Fullerton the entire weekend totaled 38 hits and 21 runs scored. As that one is shot in the gap between left and center. It's going to hit the wall. Run, scores. Cermak hits second, and she's in there with a double. So an RBI double for Stacia Cermak. So the right fielder picks up an RBI. 2 outs and a runner on second now for Brianna Aguilar and the Lopes.
Well, UNLV definitely trying to get ahead early as they did on Friday night. They scored 3 runs in the top of the first inning off of just 3 hits. I mean, the Lopes responded in the bottom of the second when junior catcher Kaylee Holland was hit by pitch and Jaden Reed singled. Holland stole third, but was unable to come away with it. The Rebels attempted to steal second as that one is into the gap. And that another run will score for UNLV.
That was Cece Kakamais, the junior catcher. The little blooper there right over the head of second baseman Lorianne Olson. And that was enough to score. Cermak from second. Oh, the catcher for UNLV picking up an RBI. And already we've got 2 runs scored this inning with 2 outs. So Brianna Aguilar already able to get 2 quick outs to start the inning, but then gives up 2 runs. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, Justine Federer again. Federer led off the game last inning for UNLV, but was down on strikes. That's how Brianna Aguilar started off the game. The 1-0 pitch. That one swung on smack to center field. Nicoletti's going back. She's going to watch it off the wall. is that one is gone. Federer, after striking out her first at-bat, hits a 2-run home run, and already we're at 4-0 in favor of the Rebels. So, after 2 quick outs in this inning by Aguilar, she gives up a couple doubles and a home run. And now UNLV is leading by 4 here in the top of the second inning with no outs and no runners on. Oh, excuse me, 2 outs.
Yep.
No runners on.
Brianna Aguilar in a bit of a situation here, looking to just end the inning.
Try to limit damage as that first pitch there to Maddie Schmidt is in there for a ball. Schmidt, the left fielder, freshman for the Rebels. Next pitch to Schmidt. Good pitch. Late call of a strike, but right there painted the corner to Aguilar. Aguilar has got really good command and really good speed. Good to see her work those corners. It's working for her early in this game. So count is now 1-1 to Schmidt. The 1-1 pitch, that one foul. Looks like it hit off her leg. Count goes to 1-2. Maddie Schmidt hitting .375 in 72 at-bats. She's picked up 27 hits, scored 19 runs, slugging .500. So Maddie Schmidt, a driving force at the top of this lineup. As the 1-2 pitch is low, counts now 2-2.
Yeah, already a driving force, but only in her freshman season. She's straight out of high school, where she also did a track. So, two-sport athlete.
She's got the speed, definitely. And that one rings her up right on the outside corner. A big strikeout for Aguilar. She gets out of the inning and limits the damage, but not before 4 runs scored as UNLV goes atop 4-0 over the Lopes.
Well, you can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. By using our promo code GCUTV25, you can get 25% off just for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
So 25% off with that code just for being a GCU TV viewer. You're on campus. We've got Lope shops at all different locations in the arena. If there's a baseball game in the baseball stadium.
Some out here at the softball stadium. We always sell some Lopes gear here as well.
Absolutely. We've got Lopes gear here at the softball stadium. We've got the main one, the big Lope shop, out in front of the arena by the College of Education.
Shortstop, number 20, Kristen Fifield.
But right now we're going to start off the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Lopes, first at bat, the freshman Kristen Fifield. Starting at shortstop today. She's going to dig in against Brianna Burke. And Fifield cuts that one, but it's going to be off her leg. Foul, that one looked like it hurt a little bit. She went down on a knee, but she's walking around. So count 0-1 to Fifield.
Well, we got to mention the win yesterday over St. Joseph's 4-3. Thanks to her Fifield's home run over the right center field fence, giving the Lopes a comfortable lead to 4-1.
That one cut foul. It's up, possibly out of play, but caught by the third baseman, Barker. Warren Barker makes a nice little over-the-shoulder catch, and we've got one away.
Now batting, the catcher, number 12.
So Brianna Burke off to a nice start here. UNLV retiring the first 4 batters she sees. That's going to bring up the catcher, Kaylee Holland, the right-handed hitting junior. Her first at-bat today. First pitch to her is up and in a little bit. Count goes to 1-0 with 1 out here. Barker on that last play. Had to fight the sun off a little bit, going against her body. Got to give credit on that tough play there. As Holland smacks that one foul, count goes to 1-1.
Holland hitting a .222 on the season through 54 at-bats. She has had 12 RBIs, so.
So the 1-1 pitch, that one low and inside, count goes to 2-1. Brianna Burke retiring the first 4 batters she sees in this game. And she's 4-0 for the Rebels this year. She had a 1.60 ERA. 2 complete games. As that pitch is in there for a strike, a little bit of an off-speed pitch. As Holland took that one all the way. Burke also with 28 strikeouts on the year. Opponents only have a 200 average against her, so she's definitely driving force. As that one is over the head of the jumping shortstop, Diaz.
Yeah, great efforts by Diaz there, trying to make that catch, but the ball going right over her glove.
Second baseman, number 21.
As Holland will take first base.
So second baseman, Lorianne Olson, left-handed hitting senior, gonna get her first at-bat. After a nice little hit over the shortstop's head by Kaylee Holland. Samantha Diaz tried to make a play, but as we just saw, just not enough. As the first pitch to Olson. There's a ball outside, so count goes to 1-0 with 1 out and a runner on first. Lopes trying to get something going, answer back after Brianna Aguilar gave up 4 runs last inning. As that one is foul. Count now 1-1.
Olson is another one of the players that Coach Pearson is very thrilled to have back in the lineup after being injured practically all season. She's finally back this weekend, looking to help contribute to the Lopes squad.
As that pitch is skied in the air, it's going to be caught in left field by Statia Cermak. Excuse me.
Left fielder, number 6, Mickey.
So routine fly ball brings up 2 outs with the runner on first. And it's going to bring up the freshman phenom, the left-handed hitting Mickey Covarubio. He's getting the start today in left field. Split time between center field and left field. That first pitch to Covarubio is in there for a strike. Count 0-1 with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Covarubio is a smart player on the field, but also off the field. She's a bio pre-med major.
That pitch to her is in there for strike 2, count 0-2.
And Coach Pearson really values the academics here at GCU. Last season, the girls had the highest GPA in all of collegiate softball, so academics very instilled in this program.
As she strikes out there. So, Brianna Burke gives up 1 hit here in the bottom of the inning, but goes to work and retires 3 other batters. So we're through 2 innings. The score is still in favor of the Rebels. We're 4-0 against the Lopes. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more softball coming at you right here on GCU TV.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Rock a showstopper, beats, get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here, get it out of control.
And welcome back inside the GCU softball stadium Leading off the top of the third for the Rebels is going to be first baseman Mia Trejo, right-handed hitting junior. Brianna Aguilar sets. The first pitch to Trejo is fouled. Count goes to 0-1. So Brianna Aguilar, a little bit of trouble last inning. Giving up a couple doubles, a couple runs, and then that 2-run shot that she gave up to CC Kakamais, excuse me. Or actually, Justine Feder is who she gave it up to. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2, so 2 quick strikes from Aguilar. She's getting to work early.
Yeah, definitely looking to recover from that last brutal inning. But Brianna Aguilar has the talent. That's why she has earned these WAC preseason honors.
As that pitch is outside. Good movement on that ball. Count goes to 1-2. And Brianna Aguilar, the heart and soul of this rotation last year, leading the WAC in conference play in ERA with .70. The 1-2 pitch is slapped fair, and that's in the glove, but out. Oh, an interesting play. That was in the glove of Kaylee Dietrich, but she dropped it and tried to tag out Trejo there, but just not in time. They're going to call her safe. We're going to look at that one more time. That one in the glove of Dietrich, just dropped. Dietrich trying to do what she could to turn around, and it was a close play, but Trejo was there. Debatable play, but umpire calls her safe, so we've got a runner on first base now with no outs here. And that's going to bring up Denise Armendariz. Excuse me, Armendariz. She grounded out in the first inning. Count 1-0 to the right-handed hitting sophomore, the designated player. As that one is inside, it hit her.
Yeah, looks like it hit her leg, so she's going to take first. Now runners on first and second. In Aguilar in a bit of a situation once again for the second inning in a row. Looks like Denhart is going to make an appearance, and that'll be it for Brianna Aguilar. So
Brianna Aguilar is going to finish 2 innings pitched. Gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, a couple of strikeouts. Gave up that 1 big home run. Only pitched 42 pitches.
Number 23.
But Coach Pearson said she's seen enough. She's going to bring in number 23, Ryan Denhart. Denhart threw last night in the loss against Montana. She went all 6 innings in that game. Only gave up 4 hits. But the Lopes lost 0-1. Bats were unable to get going.
yeah, and Coach Pearson was super pleased with Denhart attacking the zone, never being too high and too low with her emotions. So looking to see what Denhart's going to do today. The preseason WAC Pitcher of the Year.
Coming into this game, Denhart's got a 5.08 ERA. She's 2-4. 2 complete games. We mentioned 1 last night. 31 strikeouts on the year. Opponents only have a 274 average against her. So Denhart putting together herself a nice 2020 campaign so far.
Definitely not easy as a pitcher to come into a situation like this, down by 4, runners on first and second with 0 outs.
A difficult situation to be a part of. Of course, both runners left on belong to Brianna Aguilar, statistic-wise. But no outs, 2 runners on. And the first pitch by Denhart is in there for a strike, so she gets ahead early, 0-1. Batting for the Rebels, Samantha Diaz, the shortstop. She's 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that off-speed pitch is in there for a strike, so 2 quick strikes for Denhart, who gets to work right away for taking over for Brianna Aguilar. Denhart last year led the WAC in conference play in opposing batting average. They only had 186 against her. Finished 4th in ERA with a 1.54 ERA as that pitch is fouled back. Count remains 0-2 with 2 runners on and no outs here in the top of the 3rd. Denhart becoming a very reliable pitcher for Coach Pearson.
Yeah, there's not enough good things we can say about Denhart. Very talented pitcher for the Lopes.
Very vocal leader out there on the field as she winds up the 0-2 pitch. That one low and outside, going to be ball 1 to Diaz.
And with this team being so predominantly young, it's important to have that leadership on the field.
Absolutely. The 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt, but Holland has it. Count goes to 2-2. Yeah, Denhart, a leader out there, very vocal. Definitely a good role model for a lot of these freshmen on the Lopes team. She winds up, the pitch is up. Olsen's calling it, she's got it, 1 away. So Samantha Diaz, after singling in the 2nd inning, pops up there to Lorianne Olsen at second base. We got a runner at 1st and 2nd and 1 out. And that's gonna bring up left-handed hitting senior number 20, Lauren Tixon, center fielder for the Rebels. First pitch to Tixon is outside. It's ball 1, count 1-0 now. Tixon batting .296, 71 at-bats, 21 hits. As that pitch is out there for ball 2. So 2 balls right away to Tixon.
Well, last year in Tixon's junior season, she tallied 23 multi-hit games, which was a team best.
Senior out of Harriman, Utah. That pitch to her is in there for a ball. That was a good pitch to miss there if you're Ryan Denhart. Close call. So 3-0 to Tixon. In her last at-bat, she had a sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning. She's got 2 runners on and 1 out. 3-0 count. That one's in there for a strike. I'd imagine that she didn't have the green light to swing. So the 3-1 pitch. She thought it could have been ball 4, but that one was in there for a strike. So Denhart battles back. And now we're 3-2 with 2 runners on and 1 out. Denhart gets the sign. Winds up the pitch. Slapped. And a double play.
Right
Savannah
into the glove of Savannah Torville. Absolute beautiful catch there.
Torville able to roll it up, throw it on over to Lorianne Olsen. So a double play there for GCU to get him out of the inning and no damage done. The defense able to back up Ryan Denhart. We're through 2.5 here on GCU TV as the Lopes are heading to bat.
Well, let's take a look at the Canyon State standings brought to you by the Canyon State Credit Union. Utah Valley is in the #1 position, 12-6 overall, followed by New Mexico State, 13-7, CBU 10-13, then Seattle U 8-14, Kansas City 5-13. GCU is not in the top 5, but conference play still hasn't even begun. So still lots of time, lots of opportunities here in these games to really get prepared for these conference matchups that are coming.
Absolutely. Everything before the conference play is pretty much just kind of tune-ups for this WAC conference play that's lingering within the next couple of weeks as GCU gets ready to take on the WAC.
And the WAC tournament will be held back here again at the GCU softball tournament. So
a lot of softball.
Lopes definitely wanting to play in that.
Absolutely.
In their home field.
They want to ride with that home field advantage. A lot of softball to come. But we're going to start the bottom of the third with a single from Jaden Reed, the freshman. She's getting the start in right field today.
Now batting.
She leads off on a first pitch single.
And Jaden Reed has really proved her consistency, as we just saw that single there.
That's going to bring up the right-handed hitting first baseman, junior Kaylee Dietrich. Kaylee Dietrich getting the start at first base today as she bunts that one. Throw's going to be to first in time, so Dietrich with the sacrifice bunt, and that's going to move Jaden Reed over to second base. So the Lopes finally with a runner in scoring position and one out. And that's going to bring up the top of the order in Gianna Nicoletti, who's 0 for 1 today. Last weekend in Fullerton, GCU, as that one is shot right at the third baseman.
Kind of like a play that we just saw from Savannah Torville.
Absolutely. No double play on that ball, but a routine play by Lauren Barker. And we got 2 outs and a runner on second. That's going to bring up Savannah Torville, who's 0 for 1. As we were saying, as that pitch is shot foul. Count now 0-1. Last week against Texas Tech, GCU lost, but both Lily Bishop and Gianna Nicoletti combined 4 for 7 with 2 RBIs. As we mentioned, 38 hits total for GCU in that weekend in Fullerton. 21 runs scored. So that's a ball to Torville. Count now 1-1. Torville hitting .226 on the season. As that one is up and outside. Count now 2-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second base. Brianna Burke still working here through 3 innings for the Rebels as that pitch is outside. Count now 3-1, excuse me. Torville with a good opportunity to get GCU's first run of the ball game here. She's going to take ball 4, so now 2 runners on. So Brianna Burke, her first walk of the game, is going to go to Savannah Torville.
And that'll bring up the designated player, Lily Bishop.
Mentioned last week against number 25 Texas Tech, Lily Bishop and Gianna Nicoletti combined for 4 for 7 with 2 RBIs and a run. So both of them getting work done against a nationally ranked Texas Tech. It's the first pitch to Bishop is outside. Lily Bishop 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to third base in the first inning. As she pops that one up over to the wall, and that one is gone. The Lopes are officially on the board. You can kiss that ball goodbye. Lily Bishop going yard for the Lopes here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We got ourselves a ball game now. The Lopes only behind 3-4.
couldn't have asked for anything better from Lily Bishop to help her team out. Absolute rocket to left field fence.
Yeah, that one was just absolutely smacked, no doubt about that one. Maddie Schmidt out there in left field for the Rebels just watched it go up and over. So Lily Bishop with a whole lot of power smacks a 3-run home run, and now we're 4-3. So that brings up Kristen Fifield.
And that was Lily Bishop's 3rd home run of the season.
So Lily Bishop showing off her power a little bit here in the 3rd inning. As the second pitch to Fifield is in there for a strike count, now 1-1. But the Lopes, after struggling the first couple of innings against Brianna Burke, come back here. That Lily Bishop home run. As Fifield slaps that one to 3rd. Barker's got it. She's going to throw across the diamond. And that's good enough for the 3rd out. So we're through 3 innings, but not before Lily Bishop's home run brings the Lopes within 1. But the score is still in favor of UNLV, 4-3 after 3 innings. Don't go anywhere because GCU TV is going to bring you more softball right here.
Across the green desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford Country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford Country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Tweet #AskGCU to get your question featured.
And welcome back inside GCU Softball Stadium here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona on this beautiful Sunday morning. Through 3 innings, UNLV Rebels lead the GCU Lopes 4-3. For just joining us here, I'm Dominic Hitton alongside Montana Lambden. As Ryan Denhart delivers that pitch that's fouled off. Denhart took over for Brianna Aguilar last inning.
And you mentioned it's a beautiful day, 73 degrees with 9 miles per hour wind. We saw that factor last inning. That home run by Lily Bishop.
Quickly, the count goes to 0-2 for the 3rd baseman, Lauren Barker, the right-handed hitting sophomore. The Lily Bishop home run last inning. Huge for the Lopes. Huge for Ryan Denhart. As that pitch off speed and outside, going to go for ball 1, count now 1-2. Lauren Barker hitting .250 on the season. 68 plate appearances, 17 hits, 7 RBIs, and a home run. And that pitch to her swung on and missed. Denhart's got her first strikeout of the night. And it's a good one. We got 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And that's going to bring up Stacia Cermak, left-handed hitting right fielder. The sophomore. As that pitch to her was inside, umpire's going to say she did not go around. Counts 1-0. Lopes fans disagreeing with that call there. Stacia Cermak back in the 2nd inning, doubled. Had an RBI as she pops that one up. Holland's going to have it. Holland making a nice play right there up against the fence behind the backstop. And we've got 2 away.
Catcher.
Really great for Denhart to have her team backing her up there.
Absolutely, we mentioned Denhart started, won a complete game last night against the University of Montana. 6 innings, only gave up 4 hits. Impressive outing last night by Denhart. She's working against the Rebels here as that one is fouled back. Count now 0-1 to CC Kakamazi. The junior catcher for UNLV. Oh, 1 pitch. That one up. Count now 1-1.
NCC is the transfer from LSU.
That pitch in there for a strike. Count now 1-2 with 2 outs and no runners on. Akama is the junior from San Diego. As she skies that one foul. Looks like it's going to go out of play. Savannah Torville at third base trying to track it down. Akamais is 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI so far in this game. Denhart comes set. The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. It's outside, count now 2-2. So 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Ryan Denhart had herself a year last year. We talked about that. And the 2-2 pitch. That one low. Count now full, 3-2. I mentioned how she led the WAC in opposing batting average and 4th in ERA. But she also struck out 14 batters against North Dakota State, setting a GCU D1 record last year. She is a GCU record holder, as that one is fouled out of play. Akamai is continuing to battle here against Denhart.
Please return that foul ball to the bucket on the third base dugout. Thank you very much, buddy.
And the full count pitch. That one in there for a strike. Denhart rings her up, gets her looking. And a good inning there by Ryan Denhart, retiring all 3 batters. So, through 3.5 innings, the Lopes still trail the UNLV Rebels 4-3. Let's see if they can do anything with their bats and possibly take the lead here in this 4th inning.
Well, the Drowsy Chaperone is the latest from the College of Fine Arts and Production, featuring explosive twists and turns. This hilarious comedy opens with a theater fanatic listening to his favorite cast album that comes to life before his eyes. It all begins on March 20th at Ethington Theater. You can get your tickets now.
And remember, as always, students getting free with GCU ID. It's running from March 20th to the 22nd, the 27th through the 29th. So if you're on campus for those dates, stop by the Ethington Theater, see the Drowsy Chaperone. But we're through 3.5 here in Phoenix at the GCU Stadium. Seen some good pitching so far in the Lopes. Brianna Aguilar, a bit of a shaky start. Her 2nd start so far this season. But Ryan Denhart has taken over and has started to slowly silence those UNLV Rebels. In last inning, we saw the bats of the Lopes come alive as Lily Bishop hit a 3-run home run, and that's why we're sitting at 4-3 right now in favor of the Rebels. And leading off the bottom of this 4th inning is maybe junior catcher Kaylee Holland. First pitch, Kaylee swings on and fouls off of her shin. Count now 0-1.
And Lopes definitely looking to keep the bats alive going into this inning, still down by 1.
As Kaylee Holland bloops that one right into right field. So a good leadoff base hit here for the Lopes as Holland is standing on first base. And that's going to bring up second baseman Lorianne Olson. Olson with a chance to do some damage here. Try and get Kaylee Holland into scoring position. Possibly tie this game up. That one is outside. Count now 1-0 to Lorianne Olson. Olson having herself a good year. Hitting .261, only 23 at-bats. Getting the start at second base today. That one's in there for a strike. Count now 1-1. Her last at-bat. Flied out to right field. That one's in there for a strike. Count now 1-2 with no outs and a runner on first base. And the 1-2 pitch is outside. Count now 2-2 to Olson. Last night, Olson, like a few other Lopes, went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So looking to bounce back today. She hits that one right into left field. Not deep enough for Holland to tag up. So now 1 away.
Left fielder Mickey Covarubio.
Left fielder Maddie Schmidt was all over that one for the Rebels. Now 1 out. Runner on first base. That's going to bring up Mickey Covarubio. Getting the start in the left field today. Freshman, she's 0 for 1 so far. First pitch to her is in there for a ball. Last night, Covarubio went 1 for 3. One of only 5 hits the Lopes batters were able to pick up last night. She fouls that one, count now 1-1.
And during that morning game yesterday against St. Joseph's, she had a diving catch, picking off a runner, made some really great plays.
As she tries to bunt that one, but it's going to go foul. Count now 1-2. Well, we mentioned a little bit earlier, this is a bit of a redemption game for GCU as they lost on Friday to UNLV 7-1. Yessie Morrison took the loss. Jetty Bressler for UNLV got the win. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, fouled to, or sit to second base. Excuse me, not much that the second base could do with it other than go to first. So the runner advances with 2 outs. Holland standing at second base. And that's going to bring up right fielder Jaden Reed, the freshman left-handed hitter. She's 1 for 1 today. Had herself a nice little single over the shortstop's head in the 3rd inning.
Well, overall, GCU has 1 win, 2 losses to UNLV. Of course, their last loss coming on Friday. And then in the 2018 season, they also lost here at home 6-8. However, they did defeat UNLV back in 2016 against Fullerton. It was a big win, 8-0. So Lopes looking for their 2nd win against UNLV.
Looking for a little revenge after that Friday night loss. The count's 2-0 here to Reed. Count now 3-0, so 3 straight balls to Reed. Jaden Reed back Friday night went 1 for 2. Had herself a nice little night. She got caught stealing, unfortunately. Hopefully she adjusts that tonight, as that's in there for a strike. Count now 3-run with 2 outs and a runner on second base. And the 3-1 pitch is fouled off. So Brianna Burke battling back after 3 straight balls to Jaden Reed. Burke's pitch counts up to 46. 3 2/3 of an inning. Only giving up 4 hits and 3 earned runs, 1 walk. As Reed fouls that one, count remains 3-2.
Reed definitely battling at the plate.
Absolutely. So far in this early game, GCU only 1 strikeout and 1 extra base hit. As that one is slapped to the shortstop, she's going to throw to first in time to get the speedy Jaden Reed. So GCU leaves 1 stranded. Is unable to tack one on, and they still trail the Rebels 4-3 after 4 full innings of play. Don't go anywhere. We're going to send you to a commercial break. We will be right back on GCU TV with more women's softball.
But we already have the best student section in the whole country.
I know, but what can we do to take this thing to the next level?
Guys, I think I've got an idea.
Whoa.
Ain't gonna get any better than that.
So one key component that makes the Waste Management Phoenix Open so successful is Cox Business. Over 700,000 people are going to come enjoy TPC Scottsdale, from digital TV to digital phones to security, and most importantly, that free Wi-Fi all over this property. We simply couldn't do it without a partner like Cox Business. We're grateful, we're thankful, it's a hole-in-one.
For the Rebels, second baseman.
And welcome one and all, young and old. Everyone is welcome here inside GCU Stadium, softball stadium, excuse me, here in the beautiful Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, on this beautiful Sunday morning. We're through 4 innings to start the top of the 5th here. It's UNLV, the Rebels of Las Vegas, taking on the GCU Antelopes. They lead 4-3. Ryan Denhart pitching for the Lopes. That first pitch in there for a ball.
Well, that'll bring up Justin Fadir at the plate. Yesterday, she came through on another game-winning run, battled in as she drove in the only score in the win over Montana. So definitely big addition for the UNLV squad.
Absolutely, as that pitch to her is in there for a ball too. So count now 2-0 to Fadir. Struck out in the first inning to start the game against Brianna Aguilar, who started the game on the mound for the Lopes. But then in the second inning, she had a big 2-run home run. So Fadir with a lot of power, as that pitch to her is a ball. So 3 straight balls from Ryan Denhart to Justine Fadir. Fadir, Friday night, went 0 for 5. Left 5 runners on base, struck out once, so she's looking for a little redemption, even though her team won Friday night as well. Trying to prove something here against those Lopes, as that one is a strike. Count now 3-1. Mentioned Denhart had herself a nice weekend, a good night last night, and a complete game, only allowing 4 hits. University of Montana Grizzlies. As Fadir hits that one, skies it. That one's over the wall, and Fadir has herself a multi-home run game here in Phoenix. So Justine Fideri launches that one right over the left field wall, a little bit in the middle of left field and center.
Yeah, that ball is definitely loving that left corner all afternoon.
Saw Lily Bishop hit a home run that way earlier, but the Rebels extend their lead over the Lopes 5-3. Big time home run there by Justine Fadir. She read that one all the way and sent it over the wall. First pitch there from Ryan Denhart is in there for a ball. That's going to bring up Maddie Schmidt, left fielder for the UNLV Rebels. And that pitch there for ball. So ball 2. So Denhart starting to slip a little bit after throwing 3 straight balls and then a strike to Fadir. Fadir takes her yard. And now 2 straight balls here to Maddie Schmidt. And that pitch is up, so 3 straight balls to Maddie Schmidt. Denhart. Lorianne Olson tried to talk to her, get her to calm down a little bit. Kaylee Dietrich giving her some words of encouragement over there at first base. Trying to get her command right. And that pitch in there for a strike. Late strike call there by the home plate umpire, Trina Comerford. First base umpire is Matthew Jacks. Third base umpire is Anita Robinette. They're calling the game today. Oh, the 3-1 pitch to Schmidt. It's up and in, ball 4. So Schmidt's going to take first base. No outs here. We've already seen a home run in this top half of the 5th inning.
Well, it looks like that home run really affected Denhart. It's going to be important for her to change her mentality, get focused once again to close out this inning and prevent any more runs from happening.
Absolutely. You got to have short-term memory as a pitcher. Rub those ones off and just take it batter by batter. So that's going to bring up Mia Trejo, right-handed hitting junior. She's 1 for 1 today for the Rebels. Hit by a pitch in the first inning, and then in the 3rd inning, collected herself a single. UNLV off to a nice start of the season here. As that pitch is up, count now 1-1. UNLV visiting here, obviously from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming down to Phoenix.
Yeah, and UNLV is definitely a very talented team, as you mentioned earlier. 4-0 on the weekend, defeating every team. 20-5 overall. Tremendous record there.
Definitely putting together a good 2020 campaign. So the Rebels are also getting tuned up for conference play.
This is their 2nd best start in program history.
As Trejo skies that one. Gianna Nicoletti in center calls it. She's got it. And we got 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And a runner on first base, and that's going to bring up the sophomore right-handed hitter, Denise Armendariz, the designated player today, in the 4 spot. Apologize, the first couple innings struggled on her name a little bit, but it is Denise Armendariz, the sophomore out of Riverside, California, pride of Patriot High School, Southern California native. She fouled that one off. Count now 0-1 with 1 out here. Runner on first base. As that throw is not in time. Kaylee Holland with a good jump there, good pop time and a good throw down to Kristen Fifield, who made the tag, but Maddie Schmidt just a little too quick, got a good jump right under that bag. So now count 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on second.
Yeah, Schmidt is definitely a threat on the bases, leading her team in almost every offensive category.
Armendariz. Count 1 and 2. She's going to choke up a little bit here on the bat. Dig in. Denhart got 2 strikeouts already and 2 1/3. That pitch. Rolled foul. Count still 1 and 2. After starting the season 2 and 3, the UNLV Rebels have gone 14 and 2. Not a bad start at all. We've talked about that. They're getting ready for Mountain West Conference play. GCU gets ready for the WAC Conference play. We mentioned the WAC tournament coming to Phoenix. We'll be right here at GCU Softball Stadium once again. Denhart's going to dig in. Counts now 2 and 2. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there for Denhart. She's going to send Armendariz to the bench. We now have 2 outs here with a runner on second base. That's going to bring up shortstop Samantha Diaz, right-handed hitting junior.
Denhart doing a great job of getting back into the zone.
Absolutely. After giving up that home run to Federer. Good to see her slowly get her control back. That first pitch is a ball. Count now 1-0 to Diaz. That one a little bit off speed in there for a strike. Count 1-1. 2 outs here and a runner on second. As that pitch is swung on, belted down the left field line, hits the wall, fielded by Covarubio and thrown in. Torville has it. But not before a run scores. So UNLV continues to extend their lead over the Lopes, now 6-3. So Sydney Diaz is in there with an RBI and a stand-up double. So now that's going to bring up Lauren Tixon, the senior center fielder. First pitch to Tixon. Is in there for a strike. Count 0-1. 2 outs. Good piece of hitting there by Sydney Diaz. Going down the count a little bit. Driving it. Pulling the ball a little bit, too. On the left side of the diamond. As that's a second pitch strike. Lauren Tixon. Count 0-2 with 2 outs. That one up. Now goes to 1-2. Tixon 0 for 1 today. A sacrifice bunt in the second inning to move the runner over. To move Sydney Diaz to second, actually. And then grounded into a double play in the third inning as that one's right back to Denhart. She's going to throw it, and Dietrich will tag. So, after 4.5 innings,
2 runs, 2 hits, no errors.
the Rebels leave a runner on second base, but not before a big-time home run by Federer and a double that scored Sydney Diaz. Or excuse me, a double by Sydney Diaz as the Rebels extend their lead. Now 6-3 over the Lopes. Let's see if the Lopes can battle back and keep themselves in this ballgame.
Well, let's take a look at the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game tonight. The first one is going to be momentum. The Lopes really looking to build off the momentum from yesterday's win over St. Joseph's, where Kristen Fifield got her first career home run, that 3-run home run, the final score being 4-3. It was a well-fought, battled-out game. So, as you see, Lopes really building off that today, the second key to the game tonight is going to be get the bats going, which you have seen that 3-run home run. But most of this tournament, they've been outscored, so getting on base and getting those runs down is what's going to be the game changer in the last key to the game tonight is this preseason push. As we mentioned, the Lopes only have one more home tournament before conference play begins, so really looking to take advantage of these opportunities before WAC conference play is here.
Absolutely, you can do as much as you want in the preseason, but it all comes down to the conference play. Within the next couple of weeks, we're going to start up as the Rebels will take on the Mountain West Conference, and GCU will take on the WAC. That's going to bring up Kaylee Dietrich, right-handed hitting junior. Getting the start at first base today. First pitch to her is a ball. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 straight balls now to Dietrich. The 2-0 pitch. They're going to say she didn't go around, so now 3-0. Dietrich able to hold up. Nice job there, not going all the way around. Brianna Burke still in the circle here for the Rebels, as that pitch is up. Ball 4, so 4 straight pitches. Dietrich's going to grab a walk.
Center fielder, Gianna
And that's going to bring up number 24, the center field, left-hitting sophomore, Gianna Nicoletti.
Into pitch run for the Lopes, number 14, Rachel Hammonds.
Gianna came into this weekend leading the team in average with 357, 20 hits, and 13 runs scored. She's increased that over the weekend, 368 average, 25 hits, 16 runs. First pitch to her is there for a strike. Count 0-1 with a runner on first, no outs here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Last weekend in Fullerton, Nicoletti hit 400 on the weekend with an on-base percentage of 400 and a slugging of 600. Gianna Nicoletti trying to stay hot as she's put together a nice start to this 2020 season so far, finding herself now in the top of the order. Count is quickly 0-2. And Burke's going to pitch that one as Nicoletti bloops that one foul down the left field line. Count will remain 0-2. UNLV Rebels, we mentioned, going 20-5. Starting the season strong. Heading into Mountain West tournament play. Burke pitches that one in the dirt.
Will Bressler on the mound for UNLV, the sophomore. That one is ripped past.
That one just past the diving shortstop, Sydney Diaz for the Rebels. Diaz laying out, trying to make a play, but Gianna Nicoletti, a good hit ball up the middle. And now we got no outs and a runner on first and second. Bringing up Savannah Torville. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Torville looking to do some damage, possibly tie the game up here. First pitch to her is a strike.
And there's definitely a ton of potential in Torville. She has the power.
And as is brought to my attention, we also have as that pitch is in there for ball, count 1-1 now to Torville. We have a new pitcher on the mound for UNLV. So it is no longer Brianna Burke. It is Jenny Bressler, a sophomore from Michigan. So Jenny Bressler coming in this inning. She's thrown 9 pitches so far. Giving up a walk and a hit. That's how we got a runner on first and second with no outs. Now Torville's got a 1-2 count. And the pitch, as Torville hits that one right up the center, everyone's gonna move around. Oh, that one was close. But all runners are safe. That's Rachel Hammond on third base, who was a pinch runner.
Looks like UNLV is having to talk things over.
They're talk it up, and
bases loaded with Lopes.
UNLV in their first bit of trouble, really, with no outs and bases loaded. GCU looking to tie the game up. I mentioned Rachel Hammond pinch hit for Kaylee Dietrich, who started out this inning with a 4-pitch walk. Of course, then Nicoletti had a single. Torville just picked up a single. Now we're bases loaded, no outs for Lily Bishop. If you're GCU, you're loving this position, as we saw Lily Bishop, who's 1 for 2 today. She had herself a 3-run home run back in the third. She swings on that one. A nice healthy hack by Bishop. 0-2. No outs here. Bressler, who took over for Brianna Burke. The 0-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. Lily Bishop just getting a little bit ahead of herself on that one. 3 pitches, 3 strikes to her. We've got 1 away.
Really a big strikeout for Bressler.
Bressler trying to work herself out of damage as the Lopes are threatening here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Kristen Fifield playing shortstop today. Left-handed hitting freshman. She's 0 for 2. Popped up to third base in the second. Grounded out to third base in the third. One's inside. Count goes to 2-0 for Fifield. Put together a good season so far, hitting .339. 56 at-bats, collected 19 hits. A home run, 7 RBIs. She hits that one. That one's skied deep, but at the warning track, caught. But that's going to be enough to score a run. Fifield thought she had it all. Thought she had a little grand salami in her, but that was caught at the warning track by left fielder Maddie Schmidt.
Yeah, definitely inches away from being out of the park.
But nonetheless, Fifield does the fundamental job. Gets that sac fly, and that'll score Hammonds. So GCU narrowing that UNLV lead 4-6. As Kaylee Holland popped that one foul. 0-1 to her. Holland, 2 for 2 today. Junior catcher. Collected a pair of singles. 1 in the second and 1 in the fourth. She's had herself a nice little early afternoon. That pitch is up. Count now 1-1 to Holland.
Well, last season, Bressler was the Rebels ace, starting 30 games with 37 appearances.
That pitch in there for a strike. Count now 1-2.
She had one of the best seasons by a freshman pitcher in program history, going at 23-5 with a 2.10 ERA, over 154 strikeouts.
As that pitch to Holland is up and out, so 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 5th. Jenny Bressler on pace to have just as good of a season as last season, Montana. She's got a 1.26 ERA as that one is outside. Count now full to Holland. Yeah, 1.26 ERA. She's 10-3 on the season. 77, 2/3 of an inning pitched. Only given up 47 hits so far. As Holland skies that one, going to be right to the shortstop. She's got it. That's going to be 3 outs. We're going to finish 5 innings, but not before
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners
we
left
get
on
another
base.
run in for
After 5
GCU.
Rebels 6.
The score is now 6-4 in favor of UNLV. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take on the 6th inning. We've got lots more softball for you right here on GCU TV.
On Wednesday, March 11th.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
And welcome back, everybody watching at home. We are here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. This early Sunday afternoon softball matchup between the Rebels of the University of Las Vegas, Nevada, and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Through 5 full innings of play, we've seen some good softball so far. UNLV is up 6-4. Brianna Aguilar in the circle for the Lopes. The first pitch from her is fouled on. Count goes to 0-1. Lauren Barker, the sophomore third baseman. Barker's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Popped out in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, a little bit low as well. Denhart trying to find her rhythm as she was rolling after she took over for Brianna Aguilar and then gave up a home run last inning to Justine Feder. Since then a struggle a little bit as that one booted by Lorianne Olson. What looked like a routine play ended up taking a little bit of a hop off of her glove and going to the outfield.
So an error that's going to cost the Lopes.
That'll go down as an E4. And a runner on first base now with no outs here for the Rebels. That's going to bring up Stacia Cermak. Left-handed hitting sophomore as she hits that one. The right side of the diamond.
Good
Olsen.
recovery there by Olsen.
Absolutely, Lauren Olsen shifting her feet, shuffling, not getting crossed up. Good play there. She throws to Kaylee Dietrich, was able to get that one out now. And a runner on second. We now have a pinch hitter for the Rebels. That's going to be number 9, Julia Vollmer. She's going to come in at catcher, the sophomore from South Lyon, Michigan. As the first pitch for her is a ball. Count now 1-0. Julia Vollmer taking over at the backstop. That pitch in there for a strike, count now 1-1. As we mentioned earlier, Denhart took over for Brianna Aguilar, got her second start of the season. Aguilar 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, but 4 earned runs, off to a rocky start at the beginning of this game. As that pitch is swung on, blooped, could be fair, but it's called foul. Very close to the line, that would have been trouble. Ryan Denhart now through 3 1/3 innings, only giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts so far as her pitch count's up to 34. Aguilar only threw 28. That pitch is high. Count now 2-2. 1 out and a runner on second here in the top of the 6th inning. UNLV up 6-4. They had that 4-run second inning. The Lopes are still trying to catch up from. As that one is popped up. Dietrich has it, almost popped out of her glove. Heard the Lopes fans hold their breath for a second there, but Dietrich was able to wrangle it in.
Second baseman.
And we've got 2 outs now. A runner on second. That's going to bring up the top of the inning. Number 7, top of the order, excuse me, number 7, Justine Federer. Number 7, the senior, who is 2 for 3 today and had herself a massive early afternoon, striking out in the first inning, but then a 3-run home run, in the second, and a 2-run home run in the 5th. So of the 6 runs so far, she's responsible for 5 of them. So really, just the thorn in the side of the Lopes on this Sunday morning and afternoon. That one is outside. Now quickly 2-0.
Well, Justine Feder has been very beneficial for UNLV at the plate. A couple weeks back, she was named Mountain West Player of the Week. So big accomplishment there for her.
That one's outside. Quickly 3-0, so 3 straight balls so far to Federer. Getting the start at second base today. Justine, Friday night against the Lopes, the one the Lopes lost 7-1. She went 0 for 5, left 5 runners on base, struck out once. So today, she scored 5 runs. She just picked herself up a walk right there, having herself a good afternoon. So after a 4-pitch walk there, we're going to have runners on second and first base. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Looks like a little quick chat with Denhart.
Denhart talking to her. Holland Dietrich.
The encouragement out there is vital.
Number 3, Caitlin Covington.
Absolutely. Softball, much like baseball, in the sense that it's a very mental game.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for UNLV.
Looks like it's going to be number 3, Caitlin Covington. The infield, the freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada, out of Shadow Ridge High School. And that pitch to Covington is in there for a strike. Covington getting her first look at Denhart. Covington did not play Friday night against GCU, so her first look of the Lopes. That one's in there for a strike, so 2 quick strikes from Denhart. Count is quickly 0-2 with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Denhart comes set, pitches, as that one is lined foul right over the head of the leaping Savannah Torville over at third base.
Well, Covington has had 15 hits on the season through 50 at-bats.
And the 0-2 pitch is underway. That one swung foul. So 2 straight foul balls to the left side of the infield. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on first base and second base. Denhart receives the sign from Holland, comes set, and the 0-2 pitch. That one swung on foul, so Covington continuing to battle here against Denhart. Has not given up yet. Covington hitting .280 on the season. As you mentioned, Montana, 50 at-bats, picked up 15 hits, 3 doubles, home run, 10 RBIs. Quietly putting together a nice season, this Covington, as that one is first ball issued to her by Denhart. Count now 1-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. That pitch is outside now, so we got 2-2.
Well, once again, Denhart wanting to finish the ending of this inning. 2 runners on, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Let's see if she can do it.
That one's fouled. So 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Denhart gets the sign from Holland. She comes up, pitch, inside. So Covington, a good at-bat, going down quickly 0-2, has worked the count to full. With 2 outs here. So runners on first and second are going to be on their horse. Right as the pitch leaves Denhart's hands, they're going to be taken off. So let's see what happens here. The pitch from Denhart, that one swung on, fouled. Another foul ball here by Covington.
Covington really digging in at the plate, working the count against Denhart.
Denhart, we mentioned the junior, named to the preseason all-WAC team, named pitcher of the year for the preseason. So expectations are high as she gets that strikeout there. She gets Covington to go around on a good off-speed pitch, and that's 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base for the Rebels.
You gotta love what you see from Denhart there. Love to see that celebration with all of her teammates. But the Grand Canyon University Arena is proud to host Elevate 2020 Music Festival back in Phoenix, Arizona for its 8th straight year. You can join us this June for a great weekend of worship. Tickets are on sale now at gcuarena.com.
So if you're interested in some good Christian music, a weekend full of worship, Elevate 2020 is for you. We got some good headliners, as you can see on your screen. Chris Tomlin, Casting Crowns, Matthew West, just to name a few. June 27th through the 28th, gcuarena.com. Always something going on here on GCU's campus. Always something not sports.
Yeah, that's something you have to love about GCU is we always have some sort of fun events going on.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the
Last week we had Mr. GCU,
Olsen,
followed by a weekend of sports.
We've always got sports going on, but of course the campus is always live with events. We're going to head here now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lorianne Olsen is going to lead things off. She's 0 for 2 today. Flied out in the 2nd inning. Lined out in the 4th. She's looking for her first hit today. Getting the start at second base. But to make up for that error that she committed last inning. First pitch to her is a ball. Lorianne Olsen Batting .261, 23 at bat. She's got 6 hits. She fouls that one. It's caught by the catcher, so that's going to be strike 1.
And it looks like we got some changes as Jacqueline Candalis is in right field now. The junior out of Norwalk, California.
And Julia Vollmer, she pinch hit last inning. She's going to be behind the plate. Again, the catcher, the sophomore out of South Lyon, Michigan. Pride of South Lyon East High School. And the 1-2 pitch, that one hit her. Maureen Olson's going to wear that one in the back. She's going to wear it with pride as she takes first base. Now no outs, the leadoff base runner for the Lopes.
Left fielder,
and that's going to bring up left fielder, the freshman phenom, Mickey Covarubio. She's 0 for 2 today. And on the mound, pitching for UNLV, number 6, Jenny Bressler. The leading ace for the Rebels. The University of Nevada, Las Vegas. That one. Mickey Covarubio is in there for a strike. So 0-1. Covarubio batting .282. Pitch is fouled back. Count now quickly 0-2. No outs, no runner on first base. Covarubio also with 5 RBIs, a home run, a triple, and 4 doubles this year. Freshman whose bat truly came alive early in the season. Really has been a spark in GCU's offense as she cuts that one. Foul. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, you gotta love the potential in her.
Absolutely.
And there's so much more to come as conference play hasn't even started, as we've mentioned.
Absolutely. Mickey Covarubio primed for a big conference breakthrough within the next couple of weeks as she strikes out there. Swings and misses. Bressler picks up a strikeout.
Right fielder, Jaden Reed.
So now 1 out. Runner on first base. It's going to bring up the freshman, Jaden Reed, getting the start in right fielder. That first pitch to her is low for a ball. Count 1-0 to Fifield. Fifield, Covarubio, Jaden Reed. All 3 of them freshman starting lineup. We've seen a couple other good plays by freshmen so far this season.
Yeah, definitely a predominantly young team. This is definitely a growth year for the program as they don't have the experience that these other teams they're going against.
As that one's in there for strike number 2. Count 1-2 to Jaden Reed. Yeah, we've seen some good play from Olivia Zufelt so far. Sydney Sahar, a couple other freshmen. So a young team with a lot of potential. It'll be fun to watch in these upcoming years. Jaden Reed skies that one. Third baseman Lauren Barker comes in, makes the play. Infield fly ball. So Jaden Reed is retired. And that's going to bring up Kaylee Dietrich. And for her first base hit today, she's 0 for 0. She had a sack. Excuse me. Looks like it's going to be Olivia Zufelt pitch hitting for Kaylee Dietrich. Zufelt, we just mentioned, the freshman out of Hayden, Idaho.
Coming in to pinch hit for the Lopes, number 18.
So she'll come and
Zufelt.
pinch hit for Kaylee Dietrich. Hitting .218 on the season. 12 hits, 55 at-bats. Couple of home runs early on. 3 doubles and 10 RBIs. So Zufelt quietly becoming one of these freshman studs for the Lopes. That first pitch to her is in there for a strike.
Yeah, she's definitely contributed a lot to the Lopes squad so early on.
That pitch is outside. Count now 1-1. Zufeld did not play in the loss against UNLV Friday night, so first time seeing these Rebels. That one has popped up and caught. And that was Julia Vollmer, the catcher, making a good catch there that we saw, kind of similar to Kaylee Holland, the backstop. So GCU leaves a runner on base, unable to score after 6 full innings of play. UNLV leads it 6-4 over the Lopes. We're going to send you to a short break. Don't go anywhere.
We needed one more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Across the green desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
And welcome back inside GCU Softball Stadium. If you're just joining us, I'm Dominic Kitten alongside Montana Lambden here as we kick off the top of the 7th inning. As the Lopes looking to battle back here against UNLV. They dropped the game 7-1 Friday night at the beginning of this tournament, but now as we finish up this tournament on the last day on Sunday, they're currently behind 6-4. Ryan Denhart on the circle, or in the circle, excuse me, for the Lopes. As this pitch is skied, Mia Trejo, the first baseman, popped this one up. Second baseman, Lorianne Olsen, has it. So one away here in the top of the 7th inning. Got a little bit of a defensive change for the Lopes. Lily Bishop now playing first base.
Designated player, Denise
Kaylee Dietrich will
Armendariz.
take a seat on the bench. Lily Bishop was the designated player at the beginning of this game. She moves to first base. Olivia Zufelt hitting for Dietrich. That's going to bring up Denise Armendariz. She's 0 for 2 today. As she skies that one, launches it foul. Big chop there.
Definitely a powerful hitter, as we've seen from her all afternoon.
Absolutely, the sophomore right-handed hitter, 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and struck out in the 5th, looking for her first hit today off Ryan Denhart. That one is bounced. Looks like it slipped out of Denhart's hand a little weird. Out now 1-1. Denise Armendariz hitting 182 and only just 11 at-bats. Picked up 3 hits so far. 2 of them are doubles and 1 of them a home run. Definitely a lot of power for this cleanup hitter. Count now 2-1. The sophomore out of Riverside, California, right at Patriot High School. And the pitch. That one low. Now count 3-1 with 1 out here.
Well, looks like Denhart's going to chat things over.
Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a meet-up, try and get things situated here.
definitely essential for Denhart to not allow any more runs to score, as Lopes are already down by 2. Top of the 7th.
Lopes need an answer, but it's going to start right here on defense. Ryan Denhart thrown 79 pitches so far, took over for Brianna Aguilar, who only threw 28. Ryan Denhart gave up a home run. Gave up a double. 4 strikeouts, though. 2 walks, only 2 hits. 4 1/3 innings. Not bad for Ryan Denhart, who went a full 6 last night, only gave up 4 hits to the University of Montana Grizzlies. We mentioned as a game that, unfortunately, the Lopes dropped, as their bats were unable to come alive. So Armendariz digs in. Armendariz digs in. Counts 3-1 to her. That one in there for a strike, so full count now, 3-2. Armendariz picked up 2 hits and 4 at-bats Friday night, scored 2 runs and an RBI in the win against GCU, as she draws that walk. So now we've got 1 out and a runner on first here. And that's going to bring up Samantha Diaz.
Samantha Diaz.
Samantha Diaz, the junior right-handed hitter, 2 for 3 today. Single in the 2nd. Popped out in the 4th, and then a double with an RBI in the 5th. Nice afternoon for her, as that first pitch is in there for a strike.
And you have to give credit to Denhart after pitching a complete game last night. Already back on the mound today, this afternoon.
Absolutely, Denhart, complete workhorse for GCU. As that pitch is low and outside, count now 1-1. Denhart so far has thrown a total of 51 and a 1/3 innings coming in to this game. Mentioned 2 complete games on the season, leads the Lopes complete games, as that one is fouled. A couple of Lopes there. Lorianne Olson and Jaden Reed unable to get it. Ryan Denhart has been so good all season. 13 appearances, 9 games started.
That is exactly why she is WAC preseason pitcher of the year.
And that 1-2 pitch fouled, just barely. Diaz stays alive. Diaz hitting .260. 14 runs scored, 73 at bats. She's had 19 hits. 5 of them have been doubles. 4 of them have been home runs. But right there, she strikes out. As Ryan Denhart with another big strikeout. Sits down Samantha Diaz. So now 2 outs and a runner on first here in the top of the 7th. It's going to bring up Lauren Tixon, left-handed hitting senior. She's 0 for 2 today. Hit a sacrifice fly in the 2nd, ground to a double play in the 3rd, and then grounded out in the 5th. So that pitch to her is ball, count now 1-0. Tixon, Friday night against the Lopes, went 3 for 3. Teed off, had herself a night with an RBI and a walk. It's all over. Yessie Morrison picked up that loss Friday night, as that pitch is in there for a ball. 2-0, 2 outs. Jenny Bressler is currently in the Circle 4. The Rebels picked up that win Friday night against the Lopes. The Lopes trying to battle back here. That is a good pitch there by Denhart, but just not enough, as that's Going to be called a ball. Count now 3-0, 3 straight balls.
Well, you gotta love to see the encouragement from her teammates. Denhart really looking to close out the inning here.
Denhart pitches that one in there for a strike, so she's starting to battle back a little bit. Good location on that one. So 3-1, 2 outs, runner on first base. Top of the 7th inning. UNLV leads 6-4. Denhart pitches the 3-1 pitch, swung on. Olsen's got it. She's going to throw to first. Lily Bishop has it. And that'll be the top of the 7th inning. So the Lopes have 3 outs to prove themselves and score 3 runs to try and walk off with this. So far, after 6.5 innings, UNLV leads 6-4.
Well, great performance by Denhart, preventing any more runs from scoring, which is exactly what the Lopes needed as we're going into the bottom of the 7th. But if you're visiting campus this spring, why not stay at the GCU Hotel, featuring comfortable rooms, a resort-style pool, and of course the Canyon 49 Grill. It is the perfect place to stay when coming to GCU. You can book a room today by going to gcuhotel.com.
Absolutely, the GCU Hotel, a great place to stay if you're staying in Phoenix, especially if you're staying at GCU or visiting GCU. Just $79 per night is the starting rate. Go to gcuhotel.com to book a room. GCU Hotel, including the Canyon 49. For a student, you can use your student ID there. Awesome restaurant, bar and grill, also a great pool, especially as this weather's starting to heat up here in Phoenix.
Center fielder Gianna Nicoletti.
Well, heading to the bottom of the 7th, the Lopes looking to get the bats going, still down by 2.
Well, that's going to be the top of the order to face Jenny Bressler. That's going to be Gianna Nicoletti. Bressler, 40 pitches so far in this game. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Gave up an earned run, but only given up 2 hits. As the 1-0 pitch to Nicoletti. Nicoletti on the ground. Diaz has it, throws across. Trejo at first base receives that in time. So that's going to be the first out. We got 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. I'm going to bring up Savannah Torville. She's 1 for 2. Torville finding herself hitting in the 2nd hole. Not a bad spot. Had herself a good season so far. She skies that one. And that's going to be Federer at second base. She makes that routine pop-up in the infield. So quickly, 2 outs. And that's going to bring up GCU's last hope, Lily Bishop. She's 1 for 3 today with a home run. She had that big home run back in the 3rd inning. Scored 3 RBIs. Got the Lopes going. She fouls that one back off the screen. Count now 0-1 to Lily Bishop.
Well, Lily Bishop could be the secret weapon that the Lopes need right here.
Lily Bishop hitting .292 this season. Came into this game with 2 home runs. Or she had that one in the 3rd inning. 1 pitch. That one's on the ground. Fedder's got it. Off the shoe.
Lily Bishop is going to be safe at first, so.
That one off Fedder's shoes. Samantha Diaz fielded it, threw it across to Trejo, but not in time to Torville beat it out.
And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for the Lopes, which will be Christine Bellavia on first base. The speed from her.
So the speedy Bellavia taking Savannah Torville's spot at first base there to pitch run, see if she can do some damage. As we've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. GCU trails 6-4, runner on first base. And that's going to bring up freshman Kristen Fifield, excuse me. First pitch to Fifield is outside, that's a ball. Byfield's 0 for 2 today. Back in the 5th inning, had herself a sacrifice fly. Score the 4th run of the game. So that pitch is there for a ball. Close pitch there. Count 2-0 now, 2 outs and a runner on first. And Wrestler pitches, swung on, back, it could go, it is gone! Touch 'em all, Kristen Byfield. Why don't you do it yourself? With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning and the 1 swing of the bat, Kristen Byfield ties it up, the freshman phenom, with a huge home run late in the game. Kristen Byfield with a big hero moment there, sat back, drove that wall right to the left of center field.
Take another look here. Absolute beautiful swing by Byfield going over the wall. Her 2nd home run, career home run. Only a freshman really coming in clutch when the Lopes need it. She's had lots of those hero moments this season, and we'd love to see that for her.
Absolutely. Byfield putting together a nice early start to her GCU career. Picking up another home run there this season. And it could not come at a more crucial time, as we are now not at all up here at 6. The Rebels, who got out to an early lead in the 2nd inning, scoring 4 runs, sat Brianna Aguilar down on the bench. Ryan Denhart came into pitch. And they've been tacking on runs here and there, but GCU has had their bats come alive late in the game. So count 0-1 for Kaylee Holland, the junior catcher. Right-handed hitter, she's 2 for 3 today. Picked up 2 singles, the 2nd and the 4th, and then popped out in the 6th, or in the 5th, excuse me. That one's in there for a strike, 0-2, 2 outs. Count 1-2. Count, that one swung on, up in the air. But center fielder Lauren Tixon has that one, and that's going to be 3 outs. So we're through 7. We're heading to extras after a big home run by Kristen Byfield. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
After 7 complete, Rebel 6, Lope 6.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders, you're giving them the tools they need to succeed.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
And welcome back inside GCU Softball Stadium. I'm Dominic Hinton alongside Montana Lambden. If you're just joining us, we're headed here to extras. Top of the 8th inning here. GCU going into the 7th, trailed 4-6 to the UNLV Rebels, but not before Kristen Byfield had something to say about it. The freshman.
Yeah, well, it seemed like a UNLV dominant game. Seems like the game was about to be over. 2 outs, quickly things turned around when Kristen Byfield hit a rocket over the left field wall. We're in extras. Let's do it.
Been an exciting game so far in Montana, as Ryan Denhart remains in the circle for GCU. Took over for Brianna Aguilar. 3rd inning. As the leadoff batter, Lauren Barker, quickly ahead in the count, 1-0. That one fouled, count 1-1. as per usual, if you're unfamiliar with NCAA Division I softball rules and extra innings, each team starts with a runner on second base. So we got a runner in scoring position with no outs and a 1-1 count here. Denhart had herself 5 strikeouts so far in 5 innings of work. As that one is bunted, Barker completes the sacrifice bunt.
Great play there by Denhart.
It's going to move the runner over to third base. And that's going to bring up
for the Rebels, right fielder number 2, Jacqueline Candelas.
That's going to bring up right fielder number 2, Jacqueline Candelas, the junior out of Norwalk, California, St. Paul High School. As that one is slapped foul out of the reach of Torville.
Well, the wind definitely playing a factor, carrying those balls far left.
Lauren Tixon, the runner at third.
So 0-1 to Candelas, excuse me. Left-handed hitting junior. Denhart sets the pitch. That one right in the air, line, and Lorianne Olson has it. How about a good defensive play there by Lorianne Olson?
Talking about a golden glove catch there.
Catcher,
Olson on her toes. Caught that one a little bit low, but a huge out. A runner on third base. Ryan Denhart sitting in a good spot here. And up comes the catcher, Julia Vollmer. A sophomore from South Lyon, Michigan. She swings and misses at that one. Count 0-1.
Well, the GCU baseball game is still going on over at Brazel Field. GCU baseball is currently down by 5 in the top of the 9th against Pacific.
And that's in there for a strike. So quickly 0-2 to Vollmer. Ryan Denhart working. Vollmer, just a 161 average, 31 at-bats, only 5 hits, but she does have a home run on the season. So Denhart, very selective with these pitches, gets the sign, the 0-2 pitch. That one paints the corner. Lopes fans wanted to hear her get rung up, but umpire calling that one a ball. Good pitch there to miss. Counts 1-2. Vollmer 0 for 1. Popped out in the 6th. And the pitch, that one outside. Looks like Denhart tried to replicate the last pitch, but that one just tailed a little bit too outside. And the 2-2 pitch is in there for a strike. Rung her up. Vollmer is down on the count. So a big inning for Ryan Denhart, giving up no runs in this 8th inning.
1 runner left on base.
So only 1 runner left on base. And we're going to see if GCU can walk it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, Ryan Denhart definitely got herself out of a situation which could have been a game-changing run if it were to score. So Lopes are really going to need to get the bats going.
It's up to the Lopes now to try and take over. Big inning, last inning. Kristen Fifield hit a 2-run shot to tie up the game. How about we touch a little bit on those 3 keys, Montana?
Well, Dom, the first key was momentum, and I have to say these girls have really started to pick up more and more momentum as the game has progressed. The second key was get the bats going, and that's exactly what they're going to need to stick to as of right now. Preseason push, girls going up against a tough competitor, as we mentioned. UNLV 4-0 on the weekend, 20-5 overall. This is a talented team, and they're definitely coming back for them right now.
Absolutely, and those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. We're headed right now to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're here in extras. I'm going to start with a runner on second. That's Kaylee Holland. As we mentioned at the top of last inning, that when it comes to extras, both teams start with a runner on second base. Lorianne Olson, the senior, saw make a really good play at second base to get the second out last inning. She's up to bat. She fouled that last one back. Count now 0-1. She's 0 for 2 today. Hit by a pitch in the 6th inning, but lined out in the 4th and flew out in the 2nd. She's trying to get something going right here. Shows bunt in there for a strike. So quickly 0-2 now to Olson. A runner on second base and nobody out. Pitching for the Rebels is still Jenny Bressler. She's been in for 3 innings now. Only given up 3 hits, 1 earned run. Gave up that big home run last inning. She's up to 50 on her pitch count. Going outside, count now 1-2. Olson hitting .261 on the season. Only 23 at-bats, but she's collected 6 hits. Scored a run, had a double, a couple RBIs. She swings and misses at that one. Goes down, so Olson down on strikes. Got 1 out. A runner on second base, and that's going to bring up left fielder Mickey Covarubio.
It's going to be actually a pinch hitter. Brooke Quintillo will be due up for the Lopes. Kitch Pearson has made some changes.
So Brooke Quintillo will be hitting for Mickey Covarubio.
She's the sophomore out of Lake Elsinore, California.
Putting together a nice sophomore season, hitting .269 coming into this game. Picking up 7 hits and 26 at-bats. She's got an RBI and a double. So that first pitch to her is in there for a strike. Brooke Cantillo hoping to make a little pitch hitting late game magic here. The bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, runner on second, the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, so 2 fast strikes to Cantillo. Cantillo takes a step back, digs right back into the box. Bressler gets the sign, comes set, the 0-2 pitch. That one swung on and fouled. Right behind Coach Pearson over there. So we got a runner on second base. It's Kaylee Holland. For Cantillo up to bat, pinch hitting here. Cantillo slugging .308 this season as that pitch is high for a ball. Count 1-2 now. Kaylee Holland is speedy on the bases. She's 1 for 1 in stolen bases so far as Cantillo slaps that one the other way foul. Count remains 0-2. Excuse me, count is now 1-2. Jenny Bressler. She's in the circle. She's going to get the pitch, the 1-2 strike. She throws it, and that one is foul. That one Lopes fans hoping would dive fair, and that would be a huge ending to this game. Bressler will take a minute. Collect herself. 54 pitches and 3 1/3 inning of work. 1-2 pitch. That one in there for a strike. Gets Cantillo looking. So Cantillo down on strikes. A good pitch there by Jenny Bressler. And that's going to bring up the freshman, right fielder Jaden Reed. She's 1 for 3 today. Had herself a single in the 3rd inning and then grounded out in the 4th. And then was out on batter's influence, actually, in the 6th inning. First pitch to her is a strike. Count 0-1. 2 outs and a runner on second. Bressler pitches. That one in there for a strike, so 2 quick pitches. Bressler working it in extra innings. Throwing predominantly all strikes. For UNLV, that's all you can ask for from your pitcher. And the 0-2 pitch. Outside and low. Count out 1 and 2. Again, 2 outs, runner on second base. Jaden Reed, another one of those freshman phenoms that's slowly emerging in this 2020 season. Getting the start in right field. The 1-2 pitch to her is slapped foul and out of play. Holland is the runner on second, we mentioned. Speedy on the base path, 1 for 1 in stolen bases this season. And the 1-2 pitch, that one swung on, grounded. Mia Trejo at first base has it. She's going to tag the base, and that'll be it. So we're going to continue on this extra innings game through 8. We're tied up at 6. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more GCU softball here in the 9th inning.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Rock a showstopper, beats, get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream louder. Everybody here, get it out of control.
And welcome everybody who has tuned in on this beautiful Sunday now afternoon. We're here in the 9th inning. We've seen a very exciting game against the Rebels from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Good softball game here on this beautiful Sunday in Phoenix, Arizona. Seen a lot of ups and downs. GCU was able to tie it up in the 7th inning on a 2-run home run by Kristen Fifield, and here we are in the 9th. So we got a runner on second. Per usual, as extra inning rules for Division I softball. And up to bat is Justine Fetter. Been really a thorn in the side all game for GCU. She's up in the count 1-0 as that pitch to her is inside, ball 1. Holland has it. Good block, keeping it in front, keeping the runner at second base. Credit where credit is due there. Holland, a good job of blocking that ball, bodying up and checking the runner. But Fetter, she's 2 for 3 today. Struck out to start the game in the first. She's the leadoff batter. And then in the 2nd inning, 3-run home run, and then a 2-run home run in the 5th inning, and then a walk in the 6th. Had herself a great game so far. Putting together big league numbers for sure. Denhart in the circle for the Lopes. Count is 3-0, 3 straight balls to Fetter. Denhart winds, pitches, that one inside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. Fetter's going to take first base. We got no outs, a runner on first and second. So right away at the top of this 9th inning, UNLV already putting the pressure on to Ryan
Left fielder,
Denhart
Maddie Schmidt.
and the rest of the Lopes. Denhart so far, 6th inning pitch, only giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Thrown 109 pitches so far. That pitch is in there for a strike. Maddie Schmidt, the outfielder, the freshman from Yorba Linda, California. California native. It's 0 for 2 today. With a walk in the 5th inning. Denhart. That pitch, Maddie Schmidt bounces that one. No play but at first base. Lily Bishop, who's made the move to first base. It's where she plays primarily, but she started the game as designated player, is now out there commanding her usual position.
First baseman, Mia Trejo.
Was able to get Schmidt there. That was the only play. So we got runners at 2nd and 3rd.
That'll bring up Mia Trejo.
Trejo 1 for 3 in the game. Hit by a pitch in the 1st inning and then a single in the 3rd. Flied out in the 5th. Popped out in the 7th. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. A good-looking pitch there by Denhart. Denhart's pitch count already up to 112. That is less than 24 hours after she went 6 innings last night against the University of Montana, only allowing 4 hits in that loss. Denhart pitches. That one just outside count. Now 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on 2nd and 3rd base. Infield doing a lot of talking. Trying to figure out where the play is. What are you going to do with the ball once you get it? That's the question. And the 1-1 pitch. That one skied. Will it be deep enough? It might be. Carvarubio's there. The throw home. Is it in time? No! Lopes fans not happy about that. GCU not happy about that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not too happy about that.
Coach Pearson definitely not happy with that call, as every single GCU fan in the stands is arguing against that. And you don't see Coach Pearson get angry too often, but definitely a very tough call there.
Absolutely, and a tough call.
Let's take another look.
Crucial point in the game. Covarubio was under it. She made the throw. Holland has it.
Let's play that back a little bit. Take another look here. Looks like Holland was on the bag.
Holland had that one. It looks like it's possible that the runner just got barely in there.
But it looks like they're going to give that run to UNLV. So UNLV will take the 7-6 lead. An absolute game changer.
Yeah, and Coach Pearson not happy about that one. Denhart not happy about that one. Mickey Covarubio with an excellent relay throw, as that one is belted foul. So very interesting call. Very.
You can hear the crowd getting pretty rallied up here.
Absolutely.
Not too happy.
A little bit of conflict here. But you got to give credit to Mickey Covarubio and Kaylee Holland on that one. Almost getting that double play as that pitch is in there for a ball count, 1-1. Now with 1 out and a runner on 3rd base. Federer's on 3rd base after taking a walk. Batting now is the sophomore right-hander. Number 23, Denise Armendariz, the infielder out of Riverside, California. She's 0 for 2 today. She's been hit by a pitch in the 3rd and walked in the 7th. Count 2-1. That one's a strike. So Denhart shaking off that last interesting play.
Denhart taking that momentum into the strike zone.
Absolutely.
Gotta love to see that.
Take your anger out on the strikes, that's for sure. Counts 2-2. with 2 outs here. Runner on third, that pitch on third. Fifield has it, she bobbles it. So maybe the ball doesn't lie in softball. Fifield, a chance to end the inning, bobbles that one. And another run is going to score, so it is now 8-6 in favor of the UNLV Rebels. Here in the top of the 9th inning. GCU a little bit flustered with themselves. Fifield had that one. It's going to be a quick play. It looked like it was bobbled a little bit on the transfer. So I believe that'll be an E6. That's going to bring up Samantha Diaz as that ball gets past Holland. Armendariz is going to move to second.
They're going to take some time to talk things out on the mound.
Absolutely.
Really regain their focus and mentality here. Crucial
moments late in the game. Couple interesting plays. A lot has happened in the last couple of minutes. Definitely need that time to keep your composure for a second. So we've seen a very interesting game. A lot of fireworks so far. Samantha Diaz, the shortstop, the junior. She's 2 for 4 today, a single in the second, and a double, and picked up an RBI in the 5th. That one's a strike, so it counts now 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second base. GCU trying to keep their composure. Ryan Denhart's up to 119 pitches for 6 2/3 of an inning. Pitches that one inside. Getting close to hitting Diaz. Counts now 2-1. Denhart took over for Brianna Aguilar, who got her second start. Aguilar went 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, so not the most promising start, but an early season still for Aguilar, who was the ace just a year ago for the Lopes.
That one's going to be ripped foul.
Continuing to battle. Diaz, like I said, had a good day so far, 2 for 4. She's hitting 260 on the year coming into this game. She's had 73 at-bats, picked up 19 hits. 4 of them have been home runs. So Samantha Diaz, a force to be reckoned with. But then again, so is this whole UNLV roster, as they've gone 4-0 so far this weekend, including a win over the Lopes Friday night where they won 7-1. Jenny Bressler, who the Lopes have seen so far, picked up that win. Nancy Morrison picked up the loss for the Lopes. And infield playing normal in their normal spots, not too far back. That pitch is in there for a ball. Counts now 3-2. So we got a full count, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Diaz is going to step in the box. Denhart digs in, winds up the 3-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. So Diaz is going to go have a seat. Denhart gets out of the inning, but not before 2 more runs have scored. After a very interesting play that could have gone either way by Mickey Covarruvio, catching the ball and throwing it home to Holland. But the Rebels are up 8-6 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Let's see if the Lopes have any magic left in them.
Well, you can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride by going to lopeshops.gcu.edu. You can find everything GCU, from the newest apparel and the coolest accessories, by using our promo code GCUTV25. You can get 25% off just for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
So use the code GCUTV25. You get 25% off. lopeshop.edu.gcu.edu.
Well, you got to feel the pressure if you're the Lopes here. Going into this inning down by 2,
Absolutely. You mentioned one of your keys to the game. First key was momentum. GCU took a lot of momentum with them after that Kristen Fifield home run to tie the game in the 7th. Had a good 8th inning. But then in the 9th, just could not get it done as 2 runs scored.
Yeah, and that momentum is going to need to carry into this inning. Lopes are going to have to score at least 2 to tie things up.
Now Olivia Zufelt is going to dig in to start it off for the Lopes. First pitch to her is fouled back, count 0-1. So we got a runner on second base. That's Jaden Reed. The speedy Jaden Reed out there on second base, and Olivia Zufelt is up to bat. Count 0-1 on her. She's 0 for 1 today. She popped out to the catcher back in the 6th inning. Rips that one foul. Zufelt, the freshman out of Hayden, Idaho. One of the few freshmen that have really emerged in this 2020 campaign, silently having themselves a stellar year. Batting .218. Couple of home runs, 10 RBIs on the year, as that one is fouled. Count remains 0-2. Jenny Bressler still on the mount. Lopes have seen him twice, Friday and today. As that one is ripped foul. Zufelt was all over that one, but just a little bit early. Zufelt digs in. Played 4 years all year at Lake City High School as that ball is low. Count goes to 1-2. She was named an all-league utility player, which is where she finds herself. Coach Pearson's roster, playing all over the place. A member of the 400 and 500 average club and finished with a career batting average of .433 in high school. So that 1-2 pitch to her is fouled off, they say. That's going to be the call. Count remains 1-2. Both of Zufelt's parents were student athletes at Eastern Oregon. Her father played football. Her mom played basketball. She's got 2 sisters. Becca, who's a junior here at GCU, as that one is lined. Possible double play, but not in time.
You got to give the credit to Trejo there. Absolute beautiful catch.
Yeah, Mia Trejo at first base on her toes. Shows off her reflexes, makes a good catch, and Zufelt lines out. So that's going to be the first out. Bottom of this 9th inning. We've got a runner on second, and that's going to bring up top of the order, Gianna Nicoletti. She's 1 for 4 today. Grounded out in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 7th, but had herself a single in the 5th. Nicoletti finding herself at the top of the order as of recently. Playing center field today. That one right up the middle. That might be enough to score. Jaden Reed's going to come around 3rd. She'll score on a Gianna Nicoletti single. So the Lopes, with a little bit of life left in them, only 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th, and they got a runner on first base.
Third baseman, Savannah Torville.
Gotta love to see the Lopes taking advantage of these opportunities.
And that's going to bring up Savannah Torville. Second pitch to her is in there for a strike. Savannah Torville, the sophomore right-handed hitter playing third base today. She's 1 for 3 with a walk, singled in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch to Tourville is outside and high. Count's going to go to 2-1.
Tourville has a 226 on the season with 9 RBIs.
The 2-1 pitch to Tourville, that's in there for a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 9th. Exciting extra innings game. 2-2 pitch. Tourville skies that one foul. It could go out of play at will. Right into the stands. Tourville, a big-time hitter for the Lopes. And the 2-2 pitch, that one swung on. It's going to be cued fair. The first baseman, Mia Trejo, has it. She's going to tag out Tourville, but not before Gianna Nicoletti goes to first base, or goes to second base. So we got a little bit of talk amongst the umpires.
First baseman, Lily Bishop.
But when it's all said and done, we're down to 2 outs, a runner on second, and Lily Bishop. That was one of the last hopes here for the Lopes to try and tie it or walk it off here. Bishop had herself a home run back in the 3rd inning. A 3-run shot. As the first pitch to her is low for ball 1. And Bishop just a little bit ahead of that one. Skying it foul.
Definitely a lot of fire in here. A lot of power.
Absolutely. A little bit of fire in all the Lopes right now, as they've seen themselves come back. Started the game down 4 runs, and now down by 1 here. The bottom of the 9th. Count is now 1-2 after that foul ball. 2 outs and a runner on second. Lily Bishop trying to play hero here. The Lopes would definitely take it. Be a good end to the weekend, where they kick off another tournament on Wednesday. And the 1-2 pitch, that one skied. Fetter's got it. It's going to put it away, and that'll be the ball game, folks. The Lopes made themselves an awesome comeback after coming back down 4 runs after the 2nd inning. They went ahead and scored 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and then that 2-run shot by Kristen Fifield in the 7th to tie the game. But unfortunately in the 9th, after a very controversial call, Montana, we saw Mickey Covarubio make a catch out in left field and try and throw out the runner at home. Thought she was out, but she was called safe. And ultimately, GCU falls to UNLV 8-7.
Well, what seems like a UNLV dominant game quickly turned things around with that rocket over the left field wall by freshman Fifield to tie things up at 6. That 2-run home run, 2nd homer of the season for Fifield. Definitely the 2nd time being a hero for her squad. And then Nicoletti with that single scoring read, almost tying things up as you saw, but we got to give credit to the girls as a great comeback effort by the Lopes. There was so much potential, and that potential is building each game. They're improving more and more. So looking to see how the rest of the season is going to turn out. They are almost there every single game.
Absolutely. They get better and better with each game and more fun to watch. Conference play is creeping up. They've got another tournament this week. But the final line for this game, GCU falls to UNLV after 7 hits, 8 7 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. With 7 left on base, UNLV finishes with 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on base. UNLV, the Rebels, are victorious over GCU softball. And that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much for tuning into the Lopes Classic. The Lopes will kick off their next tournament Wednesday at 5 p.m. when they face South Dakota. Follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. On behalf of myself, Dominic Kitten, as well as Montana Lambden and all the GCU TV staff, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and go Lopes.